few notes that you need to take for here. Okay, so when you have parallel lines and you have a line that cuts through it, that's called a transversal. Important for your notes. Vertical angles, we did this on a previous day, are when you've got two lines crossing and the angles across from each other are vertical angles. And they are always going to be congruent. Okay, that means congruent or equal, same thing. All right. Supplementary angles are two lines that add up to make 180 degrees. Okay, they're going to make a straight line right there. Hit pause and replay if you need more time to copy this down. Same side interior angles are on the same side of the transversal, and they're in the interior, which means in between the two parallel lines. So here they're on the same side and in between the two parallel lines. Here they're on the same side and in between the two parallel lines. And they're always going to add up to 180. Okay, here we've got same side exterior angles. So they're on the same side of the transversal and they're on the exterior, which means on the outside of the parallel lines. So this and this are on the outside of the parallel lines. Same thing here, outside of the parallel lines, same side of the transversal, and these are going to add up to 180. This and this adds up to 180, this and this adds up to 180. And given that they're not the same size, that's why I put one angle, one mark, and two marks. That means they're not the same measurement. Okay, alternate interior angles are on alternate opposite sides of the transversal. And when you have alternate interior angles, they're on the inside of the parallel lines and opposite side of the transversal, and they're always going to be congruent. So sometimes when you see congruent, it has a squiggle with the equal sign. That means congruent or the same length. Okay, now we're going to talk about alternate exterior angles. So they're on alternate sides of the transversal, which is the orange line, and they're on the outside of the parallel lines. And they're always going to be congruent. Okay. Corresponding angles. They're basically they'll be on the same side of the transversal, and they'll be in the corresponding location. So like if this is in the top left-hand corner, this one here is going to be the top left-hand corner. Here, top right-hand corner, top right-hand corner. Bottom right corner, bottom right corner. Bottom left corner, bottom left corner. So corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal in the same corresponding location, and they're congruent. Something that hasn't been mentioned yet, and I think will be important later on, complementary angles are two angles that add up to 90, and we'll be discussing that later. And that is it for these notes. Please hit pause, play them as many times as you need.